Well, welcome everyone. Thanks so much for coming to Google. And I want to thank Kevin. And there was something really critical in his introduction. He said, my company did well, I did well, and then I wanted to give back. And that is a meme that I think we need a little bit more of in the Bay Area. So thank you very much, Kevin, for his example. Thanks, Shannon, for starting Fast Forward. At Google, we really love the vision of Fast Forward because it's all about helping nonprofits to get more technology into their work, but just as importantly, getting the tech community that's here in the Bay Area off of the sidelines and into the heart of the community and what's happening. So we're super proud to be one of their early funders and early supporters because we believe so passionately in their work. And what they're doing is very aligned with what we're doing here at google.org. In fact, our work, we think of ourselves as a VC within Google, where we look to find and fund the best nonprofits around the world who are using technology to deliver solutions that really help humanity at scale. So it's a great synergy, and we're really proud to be partners. Well, when we think about, at google.org, when we think about where we're going to place our major bets, we look for three main criteria. So we want a big, bold, disruptive idea that's really going to impact humanity. We're looking for a really clever use of technology because we know that's where you're going to get 10x impact. And then we also want to find a really strong team that's agile, that knows how to use that technology. And when we looked at these criteria, there was one org that repeatedly has come to the fore for us, and that's Donors Choose, run by our friend Charles. And for those of you who don't know Donors Choose, it's basically an online platform that allows teachers to crowdfund their requests for their classroom. And if that sounds kind of like, ho-hum to you, let me tell you, as the wife of a public school teacher, this is really important because the average public school teacher is paying out of pocket just for basic supplies, let alone to do exciting things like buy new microscopes or go on field trips. So I can remember, in fact, my first year of marriage, my husband was a public school teacher in the DC public schools, and he was earning the princely sum of $17,000. And I remember he came home the first week of school and he said, well, hon, we don't have enough textbooks for all the kids. So we literally bought textbooks out of that $17,000. And teachers are doing this across the country. And Donors Choose didn't exist back then, but now it does. So teachers, don't have to do that. In fact, Charles and his group have reached over 10 million students since their inception, which is amazing. And in fact, I think it's half of all public schools have at least one teacher with a project on Donors Choose. So this is someone who has gone from idea to scale in about a decade and a half, which is amazing and something we all want to emulate. And I think one of the core things that has allowed them to do not only that, to deliver on that promise of being a crowd-funded platform, but also to do some really creative things. So in fact, we're funding them to do things like, hey, can we use Donors Choose credits to incentivize teachers to teach girls how to code? Can we use Donors Choose credits to incentivize teachers to introduce new AP, advanced placement classes in things like math and science? And the reason that we're able to partner with Donors Choose to do these things is because they've invested in technology. They have a CTO. They have engineers on staff. And so they can talk to our Google engineers because our model is a grants plus Google model, right? We look for areas where we can invest not only our cash, but also our Googlers around the world. And they've been a great partner for that. And that tech expertise, that investment in technology is also what makes the 5 nonprofits that we're going to hear from tonight so exceptional. So Fast Forward has done an amazing job of selecting this cohort And when we looked at them and got to know them, and some of them we already knew, but we're so impressed that we said, okay, we want to give each of them $20,000 tonight, just to say you're doing amazing work. We appreciate what you're doing. We know that you can be making a lot more money doing different things, but we are so appreciative and so impressed by the work that you're doing at the confluence of social impact and technology. And here's the thing, audience. We also want to incentivize some of you to make similar investments. So Google's prepared to match all the donations that you make tonight, up to $100,000. So let's open up those wallets.